Hello everyone. Today we have very special guests coming all the way from Boston, who I like to call the dynamic duo, also representing coming from Star Creature Records. Today, ladies and gentlemen, I'm very proud to present Saucy Lady and U-Key.
Woo! I knew you were going to say woo!
Duo.
Dynamic duo.
Yeah.
Yes.
Surprise.
Yeah. I had it in my head. I was like, the dynamic duo. I think that's the right thing to say, yes. But you are both the dynamic duo. Welcome to the show.
Thank you. Thanks for having us.
My pleasure. My pleasure. Thank you so much for sitting down and talking with me today and being part of Studio Funk history right here.
Ooh.
Wow. Yeah. So today we're going to be talking about your new EP, Delirious, and catch up about all these other things as well. Because I know that both of you are quite very busy people. And I just want to start off actually with like, how are you both doing?
Yeah.
How you doing, Yuki?
So my daily basis is making music every single day.
Oh, yeah. Yuki has a studio that is a converted garage.
Mm-hmm.
So it's pretty big space and there's every kind of instrument in there. So once he goes in there, I don't see him.
For like 5 hours, 6 hours straight up.
Yeah. Only to go have a bathroom break or something.
Yeah.
Wow.
That's what,
and eat.
Yeah. I've been working tons of like animation jingles, TV ads, and all kinds of soundtrack. Yeah. Nowadays.
Wow.
Yeah. So you're doing good.
Yeah, I'm doing good. How about you?
Well, I live with 2 cats, so the cats are getting older, so I have to like medicate them. So every day when I wake up, I deal with the cats. Then I'm working full time. I have a 9-to-5 job, so there's that, and then there's all the rest of the time I'm making music or practicing piano or humming to myself.
Or bird watching.
Yes, I love birds.
Yeah.
We have a yard and a couple bird feeders that I'm obsessed with.
Mm-hmm.
Nice. It sounds like you're both living the dream.
Oh, we
I
are.
think so. Yeah.
It's kind of subdued, not like, dramatic or anything, but we like that.
I'm truly missing performance, but that was the only thing. But other than that, my life is pretty,
Yeah, Yuki
happy.
was doing, he's a full-time production engineer, but also he was doing full-time gigging performer.
Yeah.
So that part's missing now.
Yeah,
So.
I only do teaching as a professor and making music as a producer, but no performer for
So part of
years.
you is missing right now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I know in the recent months, you've both been doing like some few like live performances here and there.
That was fun.
Yeah. So I know one of the key ones you did, I think it was, last year you did a performance on Soul on the Horn for Natasha Digg's event.
Yeah, that was fun. We used the studio keyboards for that.
Yep. Yeah.
That was so
was
cool.
sort of our first time really showing that studio
Yeah.
and what it can do. And that's just like one aspect of it. But we didn't have the full band, but we did perform the recent Honey Sauce Band single. So we performed that together.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
That was fun.
Yeah, that was really cool to see. Great insight to actually show actually getting down and showing the breakdown of the recordings of those tracks. And because sometimes it's something we don't often see as listeners of the music, and I think that's what's been quite a bit of a silver lining actually to this pandemic is DJs and musicians performing online, and just like people get to see that experience and just see how they do their creations behind the scenes in that sense.
Yeah, when we were doing that live virtual set, we had a drum track on loop, and it was a different drum track than what we had in the recording. But when you don't have a drummer, you kind of have to depend on a loop situation.
Mm-hmm.
But typically we would have had our drummer actually do that live.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And we play around and then play with a groove and then, play with the flow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which that's what we do. Like, it's all a lot of improv.
Life is improv,
See, there you go.
I do sense that it was very improv, which is cool though, which is really cool.
Yeah, because the beauty of the timing is always coming right in front. So we cannot miss it. So there's like lots of great timing running around. So I just fighting all kinds of great timing, and we call that groove.
Yeah. Nice.
All about that groove.
All about the groove.
Yeah.
And talking about the groove, and I know you recently have a special room in your place called the Green Room,
Yes.
where I imagine a lot of grooves are being created as well with music.
Yes. Talk to me, Saucy.
Well, we have a basement in our home, which we moved to about a year ago. Just before the pandemic, we actually moved. And so we have our own single family home in South Shore of Massachusetts. And so this basement was just like a storage space with tons of music instruments that were just, meant for the studio. So once we had that studio built out in the garage, we moved all of them, and they were literally tons. I mean, I'm literally saying the weight ton.
Yeah.
It was a ton.
Wow.
Of instruments and organ and everything, right?
Everything.
Everything, basically.
And everything. Yes, it is.
Yeah.
Guitar, bass, bongo, shakere, congas,
Wow.
turntable. 6 turntables.
6 turntables.
Yeah, I know. We're hoarders. Serious hoarders.
Horn instruments, alto saxophone, trombone, flute, and
Just name everything.
two different drum sets and 12 cymbals.
Wow.
Okay, so it's a list.
12 keyboards.
Yeah, so we moved all of that, and then finally we had space in the basement. And I wasn't really thinking much of it, but I think I jokingly told U-Key like, "Oh, we should have a disco in the basement, haha."
That was when the clicks happening.
Apparently.
Yeah, disco. Yes, making the disco downstairs. Let's do this.
Which I didn't know was happening in his mind.
Yeah.
This whole time I was just like, oh, it's nice storage space.
Yeah.
So and then a few months later, he hired my friend who is part of our hip hop band actually called
Hybrid
Thoughts. And there's a whole group of MCs from Boston area. But anyway, one of them is a contractor who could do, construction work. Renovation. So he helped with U-Key's help, did a whole basement reno. And then we got all the furniture and of course the disco balls, multiple in gold.
You paint wall?
I painted the wall gold.
It looks so good.
Yeah, it was really ugly concrete, but I spent about a couple full days.
3 days.
Yeah, so it was fun. And put glitter in it. It's
U-Key
really
remembers
shiny.
exactly how many days.
Yeah. But anyway, that's where we have our DJ equipment, a lot of some gigantic speakers in there. Everything's set up like exactly engineered in U-Key's sort of way. Little David Mancuso vibe going on there.
Yeah. I steal his system.
His ideas. Yeah.
His idea.
So we have a disco and we play our latest tracks just to hear it, what it sounds like in that kind of large club type setting. And then also we just party there or listen to music there just to chill. Yeah. So
it's nice. Yeah.
And for the listeners, if you want to get any visual reference to this, you should definitely check out Saucy Lady's YouTube channel, where you actually do a tour going around the green room showing different things about it, which is really cool to see.
Yeah, it's a very casual tour with U-Key on the iPhone.
Yeah, nice.
Yeah.
And I know
it's a fun place.
Yeah, and I know you also did like a release party from the green room as well.
Yeah. This was actually released at U-Key's friend.
Yeah,
what's his
Kentaro
name?
Takizawa.
Oh, yeah. I should know because I named his name. I said his name about 15 times in the set. But yeah, he has a compilation album that came out, I think last
Soundship, Volume 1 compilation album released by his label called Haus It Feelin. All the Japanese house music creators.
Nice.
And I think tons of great track. And I think that was a 12 to 13 track or something like that. And all the house massive track made it by Japanese producers.
Oh wow!
Cool.
Yeah. And we submit the one of the track Actually, this track was coming from the TV commercial as track, but the submission wasn't used.
Wasn't it for a wedding or
Yes,
something?
yes.
Yeah, so Yuki asked me to write some lyrics and just put some vocals over his track for a wedding ad or something. And so all the lyrics are like sort of talking about I do and you know, that sort of romance and stuff.
Yeah, so we produced a track called the Dazzling.
Yeah, Dazzling.
And the release was the last month. And it turns really good on that release, I think. And those compilation albums release party happened downstairs called Green Room.
Yeah, and then the actual event was in Tokyo called Aoyama Zero is a club in Tokyo, so people were there, but then they had virtual sets too, so we performed from here.
Yeah, Twitch set. Yeah.
Cool. I'll tell you what then. Let's get into that track right now. I think it'd be good to share that with the listeners. This track. So what's the name of the track? That track's called Dazzling.
Dazzling.
Oh, you found it. Nice. I don't think I've actually even.
Yeah, you don't even heard it, huh?
Yeah.
We have a track over the Traxo Speedport.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, called Dazzling.
Cool. Let's jump into that right now.